Hello, and thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. I'm going to be doing the Capricorn daily energy reading. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not, especially since this is a general reading. All right, we're going to be looking at what Capricorn may be struggling with. All right, we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. So that's pretty interesting, is that these two are kind of facing each other, right? They're kind of coming at each other with the swords right there, right? They each have their swords and they're both heading towards each other. So definitely some conflict going on there. And then we have the Judgment card. So I kind of feel like it could be that you are in a disagreement or you're butting heads with someone, that you're kind of facing off, right? That you both have your swords, that you're both ready. I also feel this sense, just by looking at their facial expressions, like they both look, I don't know if you can see it or not, you know, like they both look very determined and they both kind of look angry and, that's what I was kind of feeling, is like anger and frustration. Then we have the clouds that are around here. We have the clouds that are here. And I feel that like the dust is being stirred up. I also feel that maybe for some of you that there is a message that is trying to come through for you, but I feel like you're blocking that and you're not really understanding a situation. That you're not really, it also could be that you're not truly listening to this person that is coming towards you with this Knight of Swords, that maybe you're kind of on the surface, like you're not really understanding what this person is trying to tell you deep inside. That it's not about their surface words, it's about what they're feeling inside, and that maybe you're not really hearing what that person is saying, that you're not really understanding them. Definitely, we can kind of like hear someone's words, but then we kind of process it the way that we want to process it, but it's like we're not really hearing the way the person is meaning it. Just like sometimes when you send a text message and you mean one thing and the person receives it in a different way because they're putting it in their frame of mind. And I feel like that may be what's going on with you, is that someone is trying to tell you something and they're trying to get a message through to you, but you're not really understanding it. You have to look at it from their point of view, and you have to understand it from their point of view. I feel like you're looking at it from your point of view and the way that you're perceiving it. And I feel like that's what you need to focus on. Again, take what resonates, leave what does not. But that's kind of what I feel like that's going on here. And I feel like that's causing some friction. And you're saying, no, it's this way. And the person is saying, no, it's this way. You know, and you're like, oh, this is what you're saying. And the person is like, no, that's not what I meant. So I feel like there's kind of that back and forth there, is that you're not truly understanding the message that is trying to come through for you, or what that person is trying to tell you. Let's look at the advice from the tarot. We have the Two of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the High Priestess, okay? The advice from the tarot is almost, I feel like it's kind of to step back and step away for a minute and to take that time. With the High Priestess, she's kind of sitting there by herself. And I feel like the advice from the tarot is sometimes we have to remove ourselves from a situation to clear our mind and think about, you know what, maybe I need to perceive it from a different point of view. And I feel that it's kind of listening to that inner voice. And I feel that the tarot is saying that it's time to kind of step away from it and to regroup. Sometimes it's best, instead of staying in a situation and it becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and more of a problem, it's better to just step away and to clear your mind. Definitely with that High Priestess, I feel like it's clearing your mind. the energy coming in for you is that you're finally able to feel like you're moving forward, and you're feeling like things are back under control with the Chariot card. Working together, I feel like with all of these people here in the Three of Pentacles, I feel like you're finally going to be able to work things out, and you're finally going to be able to let this burden go with the 10 of Wands. Overall energy is take what you can from the situation and leave the rest behind. Sometimes we just have to cut our losses, right? That maybe this time it's not about being right, but it's about understanding, and it's about realizing how can I come to a solution or a resolution instead of butting heads or creating this friction or this conflict that's going on within you. And to feel and getting to that Chariot card where you feel like things are back under control. Sometimes, you know, we just have to take a step back and say, okay, what can I do for myself to be able to improve this situation and to be able to work through this situation and to get to the other side, so that this is not something that is hanging over your head, so that this is something that you're not always, your mind is always wandering to, or it's always thinking about, because that's taking up a lot of your precious time and your precious energy. Is spending less time on those things that don't serve you, those things that don't help you to be in a better frame of mind and to achieve your goals, or, you know, just to enjoy the day, right? And to work on those things and be able to release and process those things at a quicker rate, so that you're not expending so much energy. Also being aware of your shadow side, and is your shadow side trying to keep you in this conflict? Is your shadow side trying to keep you in this energy of frustration and irritation, right? And being aware of that and saying, oh, there's part of me that's trying to keep me in this, and I need to remove myself from this. I need to change from this. I need to realize what it is that we have to realize our negative habits that we have within ourselves. We all have them, or most of us have us. Maybe some people don't. But we have to be aware of those negative habits that we have within ourselves. And are we putting ourselves in situations that cause us stress and anxiety? Because that is our comfort zone, as I said many times before, and being aware of that, and then being able to change that and move on from that. Let's get some advice from the Animal Oracle cards for Capricorn. What advice do we have for Capricorn in this situation? We have Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured, and that's exactly what I was just talking about, is that being aware of that shadow side, or that kind of comfort zone that we have that is keeping us in this negative energy. And I feel like it's you creating that rebirth within yourself and making those change. I also feel like that also represents transformation, right? A rebirth, transformation, and changing the way that you're handling things. Again, making those moments or those situations shorter and shorter, so that you're able to move on from the situation and focus on what's more important to you. Focus on what brings you happiness and what helps you to enjoy the day more. Let's get some advice from the Star Dragons. We have inspiration. So I feel like it's kind of either reading those books, looking at those videos, considering those people that you see that are in a good place, or that you would like to emulate, or that you would like to be in. What is your inspiration for this? What is your inspiration? And looking a little deeper and what inspires you? Who inspires you? And, you know, embracing that energy and saying, okay, if that person can do it, I can do it too. Or you know, I want some of that positive energy to rub off on me, and to help me see that this is something that I have to deal with, and that I'm spending too much time in this energy, and that I have to take a step back and clear my mind and get things back under control, and to change my focus and not be in the sense of negativity. That's something that I've definitely been working on. Before, I used to be in negative energy for literally days or weeks, and now I try and just get it to a few hours, half a day, maybe a day at the most. And then it's just like, okay, you know, I got to move on. I got to change my mindset. I got to look at those things, those tools that I have that can help me change my mindset. And it just, it's so enlightening and feels so much lighter not keeping myself in that negative energy. Let's grab a Whispers of Healing. We have 2 cards for Capricorn. We have learning, so definitely learning more about yourself, learning about what gives you motivation, what makes you happy, what gives you that guidance, what gives you that strength, learning about that forward movement with that path that you're creating with your Chariot card. What does that look like towards you? What are you trying to move towards? What is it that you want to, for me, it's just, honestly, it's just enjoying each day more and not rushing through it, and just seeing each day as a gift and enjoying it to the fullest that I can with a positive mindset. Honestly, that's my biggest goal, is that everything else is sort of secondary, because so much of my life I just spent trying to get through each day, you know, hating the daytime, just wanting to go to bed, just wanting to go to sleep, not wanting to be around people, just trying to get through things. And now it's like I just want to enjoy each day to the best of my ability with a positive mindset. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. We have vibration. What vibration are you at? Is it a negative one? Is it a low vibration? Is it a positive vibration? Is it confusion? Is it anger? Is it frustration? Is it happiness? Is it, you know, feeling empowered? Is it energetic? Like, what is it? Kind of being more aware that what is that energy that you are giving off? What is that vibration? Where do you feel that you are vibrating from? There was a triangle that I had seen in it, and it kind of says the levels of where you're at, right? Of like anger and frustration and irritation, or neutral, or like all of these things. I wish I had taken a picture of it, but I thought it was pretty interesting, and it's kind of realizing, like, where are you on that scale? Where are you? Where do you feel that you're at? Sometimes if we see things that are written down, or we actually, for me, I know that if I see something that's actually written down or in a form, like this triangle was in a form and it had the different levels, like it makes more sense to me. Like seeing something visually definitely helps me more. So being aware of where are you vibrating at this moment right now, right? Not today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, not last week, in this very second, in this very moment. And being aware of that, of where are you vibrating right now, and, you know, does that need to be changed? I would say yes, that if you're dealing with this, it's, you know, changing that level of vibration. Let's grab a Psychic Tarot card. Oh, we have 2, so advice from the Psychic Tarot. We have New Beginnings, I love it, Fool. And then we have the 9 of Cups, I love it. Fulfillment of wishes, right? Having those new beginnings and having those fulfillment of wishes. What does that represent to you? Fulfillment of wishes, what does that mean to you? What does that represent to you? And because it's the Cups, 9 of Cups, I feel, again, that that's emotional fulfillment. It could be those materialistic things, but I kind of feel like the 9 of Pentacles is like fulfillment of something that's materialistic, because, you know, we have the Pentacles, but I feel like the 9 of Cups represents that emotional fulfillment that you have within yourself, that you're finding within you. Definitely, if we have something materialistic, it can bring us emotional fulfillment, definitely. But that's just temporary, right? That eventually it just becomes, you know, it's not, we don't stay at that high level, we start to come down from that as time goes on. So, but I feel like the 9 of Cups is about that emotional fulfillment and that happiness that you have within yourself, but it stays with you, right? That's what, I mean, I guess in essence, that's kind of what I'm looking for, is that 9 of Cups every single day, right? Is to get myself in that 9 of Cups energy that emotional fulfillment every single day and making the most of each day. So we have the Fool card here with that new beginnings, and maybe that's something to think about, right? Finding that emotional fulfillment within yourself, that, you know, working towards that and saying maybe that's something that's different than what you had wanted over here, and switching that focus here. Let's grab a wisdom of the oracle for you. We have deep knowing. Again, what does Nine of Cups, wishes and fulfillment of wishes represent to you? Looking within in that deep knowing, and with that being next to learning, and then a rebirth is assured. So it's like all of these things that you're learning and thinking about yourself. Definitely these are things that take time. But I feel like when you realize what it is that you want to focus on, or you need to focus on, or you need to let go of, then that gives you a direction to work on. Then we have door to spirit, and finding that inner peace within yourself with that dove being there. And I also feel like that opens up a sense of lightness within yourself. And I feel this represents heaviness, right? That this represents heaviness and heavy energy that you feel in, but I feel like this represents lightness and happiness. And is everything rainbows and unicorns? No, I've said that many times before. We're always going to have challenges, but it's how do we handle ourselves? How do we handle those challenges when they come before us? Do we let them hold us down? Do we let them, you know, push us backwards? Or do we work through those, we process those, and then we move on, right? How do we handle those things? So feeling that sense of lightness, and again, you know, just enjoying each day, which is what I'm working towards. All right, lots for you to think about here. Sometimes if we just kind of have that light bulb that goes off for us, and it makes sense to us, and it gives us that thing to think about, right? Just to think about, you know what? You know, maybe I do need to take a step back and hear things from this person's point of view. Maybe I'm making assumptions that this person is thinking exactly the way that I'm thinking, right? But they're not, but they don't know how you're thinking. But it's like, maybe it's like, okay, maybe I have to kind of think things through from that person's point of view, or that point of view, and taking that step back to find that clarity and being open to that. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, especially if you're still hanging in there with me. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.